in Anime Junkies What If, he made what if Naruto was full Uzumaki, and what if Minato was full Uzumaki, then that doesn't make any sense. Because they have the same blood in them, so why would they do that? That doesn't make sense. I'm not hating on his video, I'm just saying, like, that doesn't make sense. How would he be that? They're literally cousins. You can't really marry your cousin, can you? Like, what? Whatever, I'm gonna stop talking about that. Naruto time. So back to the AU2. I'm not sure if you guys saw the first one, but whatever. So, when they come back to the academy for the day, it's pretty fine. Christian not actually bringing... I'm gonna say that Christian didn't use the sword, he's using the kunais, because it's much easier. Because, yeah, I don't want to just have, like, two flying red sword wielders. So when Iruka sees Christian, he says, "Hey guys, what year is it?" Now, since Naruto came out in 2007, I'm gonna go 20 years back and say it's 19. I'm gonna say it's 2000, because then Naruto will be 20 in 2020. No, that'll be Naruto 16 in 2015. I don't care. I'm just gonna say it's 2007. They say 2007. He goes, then why is the older fourth Hokage here? Why is the younger fourth Hokage here? Christian says, that's me, dum-dum. It's me, Christian. This is just my clothes, duh. God damn. Stupid damn idiots. He goes, whatever, but I will be assigning the teams. It's Naruto, Christian, Naruko, and Taruto. That's what I meant to call him. Taruto, Naruto, Christian, and Naruko. Kushino would be pretty cool. Kushino. Kushinato. But we're gonna go with Naruko. So, let's just get into it. Naruto, basically, when we get into this, wanted to throw a shot at the team. Everyone's like, why is there 4? That's not fair. And people are like, the fourth Hokage is probably going to be their teacher. But it's actually Kakashi. We're going to screw over Sasuke and Sakura because they're no longer important. Important. Hey. I'll walk around that place like... Oh, I'm Boruto. Oh, yo, Mitsuki versus Boruto. Uzumaki Boruto. Better shut his mouth. Look, I ain't here to fight any of y'all. I'm looking to fight Mitsuki. Bro, I'm kinda not good at this stuff. I wish I could have had recorded gameplay already to do this. So Naruto, basically, when they get to the roof, he says, "Oh, you guys, hey." And they don't really need to do introductions since they know Kakashi. They know Kakashi, she knows them. He comes over sometimes when Minato's at work and Kushina's gone to watch them. Because what does Kakashi got to do? Kakashi's got nothing better to do. Kakashi's like, I don't got anything better to do. What else should I do? I can get some money too. He knows Minato got that Hokage money. I'm kidding. Kakashi ain't no diamond digger. It's officially what we call on this channel. When a boy is a gold digger, it's a diamond digger. Damn, I'm getting wrecked, but let's just get back into it. So, he'd tell them, since they kind of skipped earlier, they're going to do the bell test. They think they can do it. Tomorrow, they're going to do it. They want to practice with Minato to do it first. When they get home, they instantly tell Minato. Well, actually, once they are done, they rush to the Hokage office, kick down the door, and say, with masks on to pretend like it's not them, and grab Minato, put him in a bag, and then drag him to the house. When they get home, Kushina says, "Where's Minato?" They pull up the bag and say, "Here." She goes, "You put him in a bag?" They go, "Yup." We know he wasn't gonna listen, so we just put him in there. Obviously, if he couldn't come, he obviously couldn't. What the hell? What is wrong with y'all? And then they put Minato out of the bag, take off his Hokage thingy, take off his Hokage garb, leave him in his Jonin thing, drag him outside, because they knocked him out somehow. Bring him outside, put the 2 bells on his thing, on his hands, then wait till he wakes up. When Minato wakes up, he says, "What? Why am I home?" They say, we kinda adult napped you. He goes, "You what?" They say, "We took him, we need you," and we had a feeling you were gonna say no. He says, "Why would I say no? You guys need practice." He goes, "Oh, well, I guess we won't do that anymore." He goes, "Yeah, you think?" Now they get into the real thing. He pulls up those and says, "You guys have to get these bells." When it starts, they already devised a plan. Instantly, Taruto and I'm gonna call her Naruto because I don't want to call her Kushinato. Naruto and Taruto jump up in the air, while Naruto and Christian power up the wind style Gale Palm, and then they blast them. They go, "Ah!" Going and zipping past him, but actually hitting him too, with a tiny bit of lightning ripping up his Jonin attire. Then Taruto would jump off the tree, going for a signature trident kick to the face, but Minato blocks it. Then Christian would jump up in the air and Naruto would blast him forward. Christian would kick him, Minato would block. Christian would go for a punch, Minato would block. He would go for another punch, doing the Sasuke/Boruto trident thingy. Then the gut punch actually sends Minato flying back. He goes, "That's what you get! That's what you get!" And just keeps on, and then after that, they start, Christian and Naruto are the ones with the controlled Nine Tails. Actually, no, it's Taruto and Naruto are the ones with the controlled Nine Tails. Christian and Thing are the ones with the non-controlled. Out of nowhere, the two Nine Tails start to get lurky, and then they start to release more power. They go, "Ah!" releasing their aura out, disappearing and punching Minato in the face, because the Nine Tails knows that if he fights Kurama, that if he fights the 4th Hokage, it'll be much easier. If he can get rid of him, out of nowhere, he'd go for a Rasengan. The 4th Hokage would go for a Rasengan, but then they dodge and then kick him in the stomach, sending him flying into a tree. Naruto and Taruto are trying to calm them down. Finally, when out of nowhere they all say, Naruto and Naruto say, Shadow Clone Jutsu! Well, actually, Naruto says, Water Style! Naruto says, Water Style, Water Clone! And holds them down. Out of nowhere, all the clones poof, like, turn into water, because Christian turned into a lightning clone. He goes, yeah. And says, yeah. Going for a quick punch, but it doesn't do anything. Then they'd finally calm down and get back into the bell test. Christian says, guys, I've been working on a new jutsu. Propel me. They all say, okay. Christian goes, then puts his hand up and says, ah! Charging up, then huge amount of chakra comes into his palm. He goes, ah! Then he makes it into a fist. He goes, ah! Then the lightning turns purple. He says, Shiden! He says, whoa! They say, whoa, that's an awesome new jutsu! Instantly, they get the wind gale palm ready. Christian goes, ah, Shiden! 2 Shidens in his hand. Immediately get him ready, and he goes, ah! Blasting off. Instantly, he's just trying to punch Minato with these Shidens, and he lands a hit. He goes, oh! Stunning him for a moment, while Christian slips under Minato's arm, snatching a bell. He goes, ah! Then Christian says, Lightning Clone Jutsu! I'm gonna guess that Lightning Clone can actually summon actual Lightning Clones. No, I'm gonna say they all know Shadow Clone. Except for Naruto, who knows Water Clone, since Water Clone is actually a clone. Christian slides under and says, Shadow Clone Jutsu! Creating more clones to kick Minato forward. Then, they all go, Shiden! Freezing Minato again, while Naruto, and Taruto rush in and grab the bell. All 3 of them touching it. So then it's like, they say, they're all trying to fight over the bell. Christian says, don't fight over the bell, that's not teamwork, you're not gonna get ready. They stop fighting, and Naruto decides to give it to Taruto. Because he decided it. He wants to give it to Naruto since she also helped a lot restraining them. So then Minato says that they all pass. They go, yeah! Not surprised at all that they use teamwork. Now, Minato wants to help Christian master his new jutsu. Christian is practicing for about 2 hours. He goes, Shiden! Until he finally can use it like 20 times a day. When Christian goes to sleep, he's got a humongous headache and mouth ache. He goes screaming most of the night because of how much pain he is in. Until everyone puts on earplugs, so then they don't have to hear him. In the morning, they say, Christian, what the hell happened? Out of nowhere, they see that there's blood on the floor. And he's not there. They're all worried, saying, oh no, did someone attack him? They rush into the bathroom to see him on the floor, with blood gaping out of his mouth and his head. They take him to the hospital, and Minato informs Kakashi that they will not be there today, and asking if he can reschedule for another day. He has to check in with Lord Hokage, and Lord Hokage agrees. He asks Sting. When they go to the Hokage office telling them what happened, he agrees and decides to extend it 1 more day. When all the Jonin get the alert, because of the 4th Hokage's kid literally on the floor with blood in his mouth and blood on his head. So they realize that, and they tell their students. They're like, ooh, I hope he's okay, that gotta hurt. they put bandages on his face because they don't, and somehow one of the bandages has like on his head has a lump, like it's like a sharp lump. They're like, what the? But then it starts to rip through the bandages. It goes, and when they see it, it's a freaking horn. He goes, it's a freaking airy horn, but it's black. They say, what the? When they walk in, they say, what the heck is that? Minato says, is that a horn? Out of nowhere, when he's given lunch, he bites into the hardest, when he bites into food, I don't know, or the bone crushes in his mouth. Not like his mouth bone, like the bone of, I'm gonna say the bone of the chicken. He bites into it, and they're like, he just bit through the bone with a little difficulty. Minato says, Christian, open your mouth. He goes, ah. Out of nowhere, there's 4 sharp teeth on each end. All until they look and see that all of his teeth are actually sharp, like shark teeth. They're like, what the? Naruto questions to say, maybe, is it a demon? Is he turning into a demon? He says, no, this could be a side effect of what happened. He could be a special case. Then the horn just pops away, like it's no longer there. They decide that they can try and cut it off and then seal it off so on his head so then he doesn't turn it on. And then they decide to put it on his head. Then they put the headband on. Then they put the mask on. But then they realize that it's just gone. But his teeth are still like super sharp. He's got rows of teeth. He goes, this is awesome. He can't talk without, if he bites his cheek, his mouth starts to bleed. But then they realize they could just cut his teeth like this. Okay, yeah, I think this is getting too hospital-like. Let's just say that his mouth and head was bleeding last night. They asked him what happened. Christian said, I saw a shadowy figure in a room and got up. And then I got stabbed in the head with a kunai. Somehow it didn't hit my brain. And they stabbed me in the mouth. And then my teeth started to grow. Out of nowhere, my 4 teeth started to grow. 4 teeth of mine. He says, those look like vampire teeth. He goes, yep. So then, one day later, he's heading back. And then he's all healed and ready to go. Even the Ninetales didn't even know what the hell happened. Taruto was being awfully quiet. And the 4th Hokage does have security cameras in his house, so when he checks, he sees that it's Taruto. Actually with his eyes closed. With a kunai. He says, what the? And when Kakashi just starts, he tells him to please send Taruto home. Well, Naruto, and Christian will do the exam. They'll do the exam and pass for Taruto. Kakashi agrees to this, and because they need to question him and ask him why he did this. So, when the bell test starts, they immediately send Naruto forward, cutting through, blasting Kakashi's side. He goes, "Durr!" Christian says, "I've learned something new overnight." He puts his 2 fingers out, and out of nowhere, his hair starts to glow blue. And shoots his, and I know where a beam comes out of his mouth. He goes, ooh, okay, no, I'm not going too much into Godzilla references. I'll do Godzilla. What if Naruto had Godzilla, and like, what if Godzilla was in Naruto? Maybe Kong, but Kong would probably be the 0 tail since Kong doesn't have tails. So basically, they would probably, at the end of the bell test when they're really all weakened, even Kakashi with a little bit of blood, he goes, Christian says, come on guys, let's end this. Christian still does have a sword, but he does it with the flying ride gene mark on it. He pulls out the sword, he goes, Kah! Pulling out the sword, he goes, come on Naruto, They charge up their wind gale palm while Christian puts the lightning element into his sword until he says, Shiden Blade! Out of nowhere, he gets blasted forward by Naruto and Naruto. He goes, ah! He's not actually aiming for Kakashi. He slices the bells off and grabs them both. Just as they all pass, even Taruto, because Taruto wasn't there because he had something important to do. When they get home, they see Taruto with a little bit of a, they say, where is Taruto? He says, we found out what happened to Christian overnight. They say, what? They say, Taruto was sleep attacking. And when Christian was asleep, he tried to stab him. And he did. Right in the head. And we still don't have a reason why his teeth randomly just grew. We just have a reason that Taruto attacked him, and probably because he had a dream of beating Christian up. And that's probably why. And it was a dream. And the dream gave him power to attack. So, it's basically Saturday in their days. I don't know if Japanese has, like, our kind of days. I don't know. So, basically, it's Saturday for them, and then they go in. It's their day off. They head straight in. They're having an awesome night. They decide to have a game night. They have a game night. They have an awesome day. Now moving on to the Land of Waves arc. With Kakashi teaching them, doesn't really know Taruto's skills until Taruto shows him that he's not that strong. And that he assumes that... And he asks them, is that all their clothes? They're all wearing pretty cool clothes. Christian's wearing Minato's boots, his hair, he's got his Minato's hair, he's got the headband, the normal headband. He's got the clothes of Minato, he got everything Minato because he looks like him. That's